Hello viewers, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching, yes, my channel as well as yours. And this time I have brought something which will be helpful for you in answering your questions. Many of you have requested, ma'am, please teach us how to frame answers. So see, just writing answers, lengthy answers won't fetch you marks. In order to get marks, score good marks, you have to be very particular. You have to write to the point answers. And not only that, there are certain tricks. You need to know them, and then only you will score good marks. So, before I begin, please press the like button after you have watched it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have just crossed the 50k mark and I need your support to reach 100k. So, yes, let's go back to what we were doing earlier. I was telling you how we should frame our answers. Let's take for example Merchant of Venice. So suppose you get a question from Merchant of Venice. In your extract, the first extract is given of Act 1, Scene 1. In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me, you say it wearies you. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it, what stuff it is made of, whereof it is born, I am to learn. And such a want weight sadness makes of me, that I have much ado to know myself. Suppose this is the passage which is given to you, the very first extract of Merchant of Venice. So the first question is, where are Antonio and his friends? And this has another part. What does Antonio say about his sadness? Suppose the marks allotted to this one is 3 marks. 3. 1 plus 2. The first portion will carry 1 marks and the second portion will carry 2 marks. Since there are 2 parts, how will you write the answer? First you will attempt where are Antonio and his friends. So Antonio and his friends, you have to write about that in 1 line. Where they are in Venice, they are in a street in Venice. So if they are in a street in Venice, Antonio and his friends, they are in a street in Venice. You finish that? Okay, then another thing to be noted is you will underline 2 words. First one is street and the second one is Venice. These are called the keywords. You have framed a full sentence, yes, but for the help of the examiners, this helps the examiner to identify the answer soon. But don't think just street and Venice will do. No, you will write the whole sentence and then underline the keyword only to show them, point out to them that you have written the correct one. So you underline street, you underline Venice. In many schools they already teach to underline the keywords. In some schools they don't teach, and in some schools they say don't underline. No, in ICSE you will underline it. This is to attract the attention of the examiners to the correct answer. So you get your full marks, 1 marks for it. And then the second part is, what does Antonio say about his sadness? So this will have to be written in 2 to 3 lines, 2 marks question, 2 to 3 lines. And before you begin the second part, let me tell you that you will write this answer in a fresh line. Why fresh line? Because this is another question. It is second part of the question. So don't start continuing from where you stopped. You will change the paragraph and write in a fresh line. Like, what does Antonio say about his sadness? And always start your answer with lines from the question. So Antonio says that he does not know why he is sad. It depresses him. It also depresses his friends. But Antonio is still unaware how he caught it, found it, came by. This portion you can write in inverted commas to show that you are quoting. And this sadness has made such an idiot or such a dull person that he has trouble in knowing himself. So your language will be your own, and when you are picking up lines from the text, always put them within inverted commas to show that you are quoting. Keep in mind one thing. If you quote something, it should be with the correct punctuations. And in ICSE, quoting is not mandatory. It's not that you have to quote, whereas in ISC, quoting is mandatory. You are at least to give 5 to 6 quotes in a long answer. So here it is not mandatory, but to support your answer, to make it a better answer, you can quote. It will make your answer look better. It will make your answer strong. So let's proceed to the second question. So here you have give the meaning of, and three phrases are given and you have to explain the meaning. And this part also, this question number 2 also carries 3 marks. And here, whereof it is born, you have to give the meaning of what it means. A want wait sadness, and then that I have much ado to know myself. So whereof it is born. So what is its origin? Antonio talks about the origin of sadness. So what is the origin of his sadness? And then a want wait sadness. Actually it should be want wit, because this sadness has made him a want wit. What does want wit means? An idiot, wanting or lacking in wit. That means lacking in intelligence. So his sadness has made him a want wit or an idiot. So these are one line answers, 1 marks and 1 line answers. The book, if you refer to some workbook, especially I always recommend Xavier Pinto. So if you see that in Xavier Pinto, you are already allotted the space within which you should write your answers. And the last one, that I have much ado to know myself. Again 1 marks for it. So that Antonio has much trouble in knowing himself, as if he cannot identify himself. Is this Antonio? Is this me? Why? Because his sadness has made him such a dull fellow. So 3 marks. Here you don't need to change, because already they are separate questions in a separate line. Okay? And if you write in this way, remember in literature, if you write without grammatical mistakes and to the point answer, you can score a full 100. For this sounds good, isn't it? But for this, what do you really need is to be very thorough in your in your syllabus, from first word to the last word. No mugging up questions. Rather study the chapter very well so that it gets imprinted in your mind. It's not mugging up, it's studying well. So that from wherever they give you questions, see, no preformed questions will come which you find in the workbook. They may be similar. Of course, they'll be similar, but don't think exactly they'll pick up from there. So you have to read each and every line. Don't think, oh, this is not important. What is not important? It may not be important from the drama point of view, but from the exam point of view, even an unimportant scene is important. Yeah, I always say that I have learned a lesson. In Julius Caesar, it happened 2 syllables back, when we had thought one scene was unimportant, and to my horror, the next day the extract came. Well, the questions were what happened before and what happened after, but the extract was there, just making as if mocking at me. So since then I always say that no, nothing like that. Each and every line is important, especially in Merchant of Venice, no fooling. And for you class 10 students, since Act 5 has been eliminated, you don't have that. So all these 4 scenes are important. 4 acts are very, very important, because you will get 3 questions from it. You don't know from which one. Very important. And since they have cut Act 5, they have reduced a lot of your syllabus. So this time guesses won't work very well. A little it might work, but they can give from anyone, any place. They can repeat. The previous year also they can repeat, which they normally don't do. So I'm warning you students, please don't run after suggestions. Study first the chapters very well, and then if you want, you can go for the suggestion and prepare the ones which have been suggested much better. But nothing like that. Oh, these suggestions, oh, we learn only these and we are going for the exam, and when it doesn't come, you go and abuse the ones who have given it. No, no, no. Please, please, please. Board exam is not a thing to be taken as a hazard. Third one. What reason does Salarino give as the probable cause of Antonio's melancholy? So, Salarino, he tells that Antonio is bothered because he is depressed because of his ships which are sailing in the ocean, and then he gives because he says that if I had such venture like him, even I would be sad. Your mind is tossing in the ocean. It is that particular paragraph immediately after the extract which is given. And state in, so 3 marks, this will also carry 3 marks. So for 3 marks, at least 3 lines. Within that, write. But first I advise you, always read the whole extract and all the questions. By whole extract I mean read all the questions first and then only attempt, because there should be no overlapping. Don't write one answer in such a way so that it becomes also a part of the second answer or the following question. It becomes a part of the following question. The answer becomes a part of it. No, don't overlap. So that is why first read. No, this is one question, I start writing, I write a lot, then I see, oh, this question also has the same answer. Don't do that. That is not done. So each question should have its own answers, not which has an overlapping one, something which has already been written and then a repetition of it, not like that. So Salarino's reason for the probable cause of Antonio's melancholy, what reason does Salarino give that for Antonio's sadness? And then state in next one, state in your own words the scene on the ocean as described by Salarino when Antonio's ships were sailing. So Antonio's ships, they were sailing how? Like a nobleman, a rich gentleman. So the argosies of Antonio and the petty commercial boats on 2 sides, they were rising and falling due to the water dislodged by Antonio's argosies. So how did it seem? It seemed as a rich gentleman when he walks through the street, and the commoners, they stand on 2 sides bowing before the rich gentleman. So it is as if a similar picture. Antonio's rich argosy is walking in a majestic fashion, and the petty commercial boats, they rise and fall as if bowing and showing respect to Antonio's ships. And as Antonio's ships pass by them with their big canvas sails. So these canvas sails are actually referred to the wings, as in the second part it is being compared to a bird. So as a bird flies, in the same way Antonio's argosies speed past the commercial boats, small boats, with their big canvas sails. The sails actually, the bigger the sails, they help the ship to gather up speed because they get puffed up by the wind. So you will write about Antonio's argosies and the petty commercial boats and how they rise and fall as Antonio's argosies pass by them with their big canvas sails. And then the last one, this will carry 4 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, question number 1, 2, 3, 4, they always carry 3 marks. So 3 into 4, 12, and then the last 4 for question number 5. So the play begins in an atmosphere of melancholy. Why do you think that Antonio is presented as a melancholic and passive character? Yeah, because see, Antonio is presented as a melancholic and passive character because though the name suggests the Merchant of Venice, but here it is not his story. It is the story of his best friend Bassanio, and here the main focus is not on Antonio. but well, something he does which results in all the problem. He signs the bond. His signing of the bond is the result of all the problem. But still, actually, it is the casket and it is the persecution of the Jew. These are the two main things. And that is why the major characters are not Bassanio. Well, he chooses the right casket, till there he is a hero. But not he doesn't really have that heroic qualities. We don't have really a great admiration for him. Rather, the two characters which steal our attention, Portia and Shylock. Portia is the positive character, Shylock is the negative character. So, and Antonio is presented as a melancholic character. He is a bachelor. His only friend whom he loves a lot is Bassanio. Bassanio is going away to Belmont, he has earlier told him, and that makes him melancholic. It's not that he's always melancholic. We are not really given any reason, but we can deduce that Bassanio had earlier, the last meeting, in Act 1, Scene 1, Antonio tells that tell me about the lady you had promised to tell in your last meeting. So Antonio is presented as a melancholic and passive character because here the main focus is not on Antonio, though though the title carries his name, the Merchant of Venice. He is a bachelor, and yes, his best friend, all his love on his best friend. So here, in a way, Bassanio is the hero because he gets married to the female protagonist. So Antonio is not the main protagonist of this story. He is passive. Only his signing of the bond is important. Why? Because that results in the trouble that takes place. Okay, so you will have to write about this. And something more. So Antonio actually Antonio's has been presented also as a melancholic character. It could be because of that that through Antonio, Shakespeare tries to create a suspense, because Antonio says he does not know why he is sad. So right in the beginning of the play, Antonio being shown as a melancholic character arouses the interest of the readers or the audience as to why he is melancholic. We try to probe the reason for his melancholy, and that could be the reason why Shylock has, I always say Shylock and Shakespeare, I can mix the two. Shakespeare has presented Antonio as a melancholic character and passive, obviously, because here he has nothing much to do other than be the guarantor of Bassanio's loan. Bassanio has borrowed money, no one will lend him money because he doesn't have anything on which the creditors can fall back upon, and that is why Antonio and his signing of the dangerous bond will take the story forward. But it is actually the story of Bassanio, Portia and Shylock. Okay, so that is why Antonio has been portrayed as a passive and melancholic character. So 4 marks, you have enough to write in this. So this is how you will write, and don't forget to underline the keywords wherever you know the answer. You are framing it into a sentence. But while writing that, yes, of course, you have to underline the keywords. Like in the first question I told you, what does Antonio say about his sadness? So Antonio says he does not know why he is sad. So you can underline does not know. And it depresses him, It also depresses his friends again. And he is unaware as to the origin of his sadness. Unaware origin. And how he came by it, how he found it, what is its composition. So you will underline these composition, how he came by it. So came by it, found it. I am to learn. He is yet to learn. To learn. So this is how you will write your answers. Okay, not the whole line to be underlined, only the main words in a sentence. So others are the subject, preposition, verbs and all that, but which is the main word in that sentence, that will be underlined. You try and see and you'll get good marks. Last year one of my online student from YouTube only had got 100, and he told me, ma'am, I am the topper in English. I don't know, he sent me a mail. He emailed me, sent me a mail, a big letter. So I had put it up in YouTube as well as, yeah, so try in that way and you'll get the results you desire. So just try and see, practice in this way. You have enough time this year because the exams won't be held in time. It is being postponed. So if everything goes fine, most probably in June, I'm not sure, I'm just conjecturing. So you have enough time to practice. So take your workbooks if you have any and start practicing. By the way, I have put up some objective questions in Act 1, Scene 1 in my blog. I don't know why you can't get access. Some of you can't get access, whereas others have got. They are also responding, they are giving their comments. So just try and see. Okay, so for the time being, I'll bid you goodbye. Practice, 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 and let me know. If you have the workbook, well and fine, try to solve the ones. Some of them will have number of questions which are repeated in the previous extract. So rather, I always suggest that practice from the specimen paper at the back. The specimen paper includes the whole scene or the whole story or the whole poem. So instead of wasting your labor, first go for the specimen papers, and then if you have time, you can go through each and every scene, the questions which are there, practice them. But this time there should be repetition, since they have cut down 2 prose, 2 poems and 1 full act for you. So suggestions won't really work that much. Okay, so bye for the time being, and yes.